Tooth Fairy, was him asking for $100 for his tooth really that outrageous? He was nice enough to leave you a letter and asking for the $100 and telling you he's tired of getting $5 for the few teeth he's already lost. It's pretty ingenious, if I do say so myself, that he would, at 7 years old, think, can't hurt to ask. And why did you leave your letter tucked away where he couldn't find it? Making him think you didn't write him back? His little feelings were so hurt. Luckily, I was able to swoop in and save the day by digging way down into the couch cushions and pulling out your response to him, all while assuring him that the Tooth Fairy had not forgotten to write him back. I saved your ass. And what the heck? Even after his request, there was still only $5 under his pillow. Come on now. I know that $100 is steep, but his sweet little teeth are like gold. Surely they're worth that much. The dentist seems to think so. So why shouldn't you? And what you said in your letter, you would have to lose 100 teeth to get $100. He took that with a swift kick in the gut. My boy is smart enough to know that his mouth does not hold 100 teeth. Couldn't you come up with something better than that? He's getting ready to lose another tooth, and he's already talking $100. Thought I'd give you a heads up so you can think about what you're going to say this time. Now on to the DMV. So, DMV, why'd you make me cry like that? No, I'm not talking about having to take a number and waiting as long as you did. I'm not talking about the grumpy man who scared the wits out of me as we walked up to his window. I'm talking about you giving me another sign that my daughter is growing up. My mom told me at the time when I was a baby, she was holding me in her arms, small and brand new. She said she sat there crying and telling my dad that one day I would grow up and get married and leave home. My dad wouldn't understand her tears, and I, in my teenage state, laughed at her. Now, here I sit in the DMV crying. I'm crying because my daughter's getting her permit, which will turn into her license, which means I am permitting her to leave. She will drive off into the sunset, heading off to some college miles from me, and I'll never hear from her again. She'll become a professional woman who has no time to call her mother. Not even just to let her hear her voice and know she's alive and well. I am watching as this man at the DMV is giving her eye exam. I am watching as he's taking her picture, which, by the way, he let her take over again because her first picture wasn't all that great. Alright, so he wasn't that grumpy. I am watching as he tells her that all she has to do now is provide her thumbprint and the permit is hers. Then poof, she's done. And I'm bawling. And Grumpy is looking at me like, what is your problem? Obviously, he doesn't have any children. Or, obviously, he's not as crazy as me, her mother, who sees this thumbprint as more than permission to drive a vehicle. To me, this thumbprint is one step closer to her spreading her wings and flying away. He was once a stinky little boy. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to shower. He was once a messy-haired kid, and one day, he just got up and combed his hair all by himself, used gel and everything. Now, he's asking me questions like, when my girlfriend comes over, will you embarrass me? When I have children, will you love them? Where in the heck did that come from? He's only 8 years old, for goodness sake. He tells me he wants to take a trip with me to ancient Egypt. He tells me his dream is to become an artist and a writer of poems, and that he wants to write poems with me. Me. Doesn't he know how unsure of myself I am? How every man I've ever loved is left? How my own father paid me no mind? He He wants to write with me. He wants to go on trips with me. Does he know how much he's lifted my spirits? How he's made me think that I'm not so bad after all? Oh, I'll still embarrass him when his girlfriend comes over. I will show her naked baby pictures of him and tell her stories of silly things he did when he was little. And I will also tell her that she is one lucky woman to have him as her boyfriend. How he's already, at the age of 8, thought of how to protect her and how to ensure the children will be loved. My son made me repeat after him the other day, I, Mommy, promise that I will not have another baby. I said it, and I told him, I don't want another baby, because the 3 babies I have are all I need and all I could ever want. Even if one wants $100 per tooth. The other got her license and will be taking off never to be seen again. And he thinks that I'll embarrass him. They have filled my life with laughter and tears and have made me finally feel as though I am enough.